guys so much. You know, I actually left Asia to escape a life of being forced up onto dingy stages. In the back room of a bar, entertaining rooms full of mostly drunk white people. So I guess this means I made it, right, guys? Right? Hello. So I've become very aware recently that I look like I eat rice. But I sound like I ate a Kardashian. Which makes no sense, right? Because I actually moved straight from Asia all the way to the West Midlands. You're right, I did not get into my first choice university. And it's funny because it's true. And I've never lived in America or anything. My parents are actually from an ex-British colony, Hong Kong, which makes me a first generation disappointment. Thank you. So I don't know why I sound like this. I think it's because we only had American TV when I was growing up. I mean, we had Mr. Bean, but he doesn't really speak, you know. But, you know, Mr. Bean was so popular in Hong Kong that sometimes I just think there's this whole generation of older people out there whose only two interactions with the Brits were either terrifying colonizer or bumbling idiot. Which just isn't true, right? They just didn't live long enough to see a British Prime Minister could in fact be both. So, thank you. Yeah, so it is weird to look like this and sound like this, though, because if I haven't looked in the mirror for ages, I forget I'm not a white girl. Because I have to hear this voice say things like, oh my God, I love bottomless brunch. And then last weekend at Bottomless Brunch, I literally heard myself say, but Prosecco is so hard to drink out of a wine glass. Like, is that cultural appropriation? And like, I used to get a little bit tipsy around my ex, and whenever I did, he would call me white girl wasted, which I found really offensive, right? Because we all know who has the most fun when they're drunk. Asian girls, according to Pornhub. So, yeah, but I've lived here for so long now, over 10 years, that I have fully integrated. In fact, I have become such an upper middle class white person that sometimes I'll go into a Pret. That's it. But it's actually been a little bit difficult to integrate over the past couple of years because racist attacks against Asians have actually gone up by 80%. And you can trust that statistic because Asians calculated it. So, but it's fine. I'm actually not particularly worried, guys, because I've actually found a really good way to stop racist attacks in England. So there's this app you can get, right? I'll show you. And the app, I don't know how, but it plays a sound that seems to just totally stop white people in their tracks no matter what it is they're doing. And the sound is... And believe it or not, that uh-oh buys you just enough time to run away. Yeah, Spotify. The app is Spotify. So. Yeah, but I was dating this white guy recently who came to a couple of my gigs, and he was like, "Why are you so racist towards white people? I love you, marry me." But I was like, but I was like, babe, I'm Asian. I'm racist towards everybody, equally. For example, I don't care if you're white or Chinese. I will look you straight in the eye and tell you, your zodiac system is bullshit. So, yeah, I think I am a little racist towards Northerners, though. But isn't everyone? But it's because the first Northerner I ever met is my mate Dave, who's from somewhere called Hartlepool, which translated to Southern English is middle of fucking nowhere. So, but nowadays, every single time I meet a guy from up north, I cannot help it. I'm like, oh my God, you sound exactly like my mate Dave. Do you know him? And it gets a little confusing, right? Because I don't want to stereotype or anything, but like every single guy from up north knows a guy called Dave. And And thank you for listening to the part of your show called Making Racism Relatable. You've been fun. I've been Ginnia Cheng. Thank you.